Christmas Day. Christmas Day. What else? You can say at Easter. It's it. Now we are using at for specific and exact time estimates. Do you understand something? Excellent. Now I want to give you activity. Activity. Write meaningful. Write meaningful sentence. Write meaningful sentence that show us exact or specific time. This is your activity. Parents, please help your children to do the activity. Parents, I would like to thank you in advance. Excellent you are. So, at is used for specific or exact time. It is telling about what? Time. Because we are expressing time in different ways, in different kinds of watches and clocks. Now, let's proceed to the second one. Thank you. Okay, the next is, don't forget to do the activity, my students. The next is in. We said at is used for specific or exact time. But when we are using in is used, it is used and is used it is used for long time, like years, months, season, centuries, etc. Yes, my students, you are active. Good, you are following me in the accurate way. Excellent. Now, when we say years, we may use, for example, in 1990, in 2000. Yes? Then all. Yes. In 1767. Etc. We can give different examples. Yes? Because these years are long years. So for years we are not using at. At is used for very specific, very narrow, exact time. Like at 2 o'clock, at Christmas Day, at Christmas, at Easter, and etc. But in is used for long years. The time that we are in the way to talk about when we are using in is very long. For example, when you take years, in 1990, in 2000, in 70, 67, it's C. You can add your own. What about menses? Menses. If the date is not given, that means. For menses, we have to say in September, in July, they say in April, in September, in whatever. For all menses, we say it in. Understand? Excellent. What about seasons? How many seasons do you know? Yes, we may have different kinds of season. Like there is a summer, summer season. Yes? Winter. Yes? What about yours? Autumn. It's C. For this season, we have to use in summer, in winter season. We classify the 12 menses. We have 12 menses. Yes, these menses can be classified in different seasons. Rainy season, and some maybe hot season, and we classify in that ways. Excellent, you are. Now, centuries. Centuries are very longer than this season, months, and years. For example, we can say 17th century, 17th century, 20th century, yes? 19th century, 15th century, and let's see. So, for these long years, we have to use, well, in the 17th century, in the 20th century, in the 19th century, and in the 15th century. Now, we have seen how many kinds of time expressions? Two prepositions of time expressions. These are at and in. At is used for expressing exact time, specific time, particular time. However, in is used for long years, decades, centuries, months, and etc. Excellent you are. I think you understand the topic. Now let me give you typical example, and I will give you activities. I was born, example. For example, number 1, he was born in September. We are living in here in September because we are in the way to deal with long years. On the next example, it is in November, or it is discovered, let's say. It is discovered in the 17th century, when something new is created. So, we can say that in is used for long years and decades. Understand? Activity. Okay, the next activity is write your own meaningful sentence by using in, a preposition in. For telling what? For telling time. For telling time. Excellent, my students. Thank you in advance. The next and the last kinds of preposition for today, it's not the last, I'm saying the last because of the today's lesson. On. On. It is used for days. It is used for days. As well, for days, that means days and dates. We can say days starts from 7, yes? A week has 7 days. And dates, we said 1 out of 13, yes? So, for that specific time, we use on. For example, on Monday, on Friday, etc. Or we can say on 1st June, on 1st July, etc. Now, so on has a specific use that are used for days and dates. Let me give you activity. Activity. Write meaningful sentences by using the preposition of time on. Excellent, you are. So, today we have seen prepositions. And we say that we have different kinds of prepositions, prepositions of time, prepositions of place, and means of travel prepositions. They have their own difference and they may have their own similarities. But what we have seen today is prepositions of time. Prepositions of time are used for telling time. What are these prepositions? At, in, and on. At, it is used for telling exact time. Exact, specific, at midnight, at lunchtime, at Christmas. However, in is used for long years, months, centuries. However, on is used for days and days. This is all about the today's lesson. For the coming, we will meet to talk about another topic. And I want to give you the activity on page 6. There is a grammar lesson which says that write on, in, or at in the gaps to complete the text. It says that write the answers in your exercise book. This is your activity. As well, on page 7, I want to give you the activity which is like a puzzle. We should circle the words written in the word bank. For today, this much is enough. Stay at home, study hard. Thank you for today. Bye for.
አስኳላ ልጆን በቤቶ የሚያስተምሩበት አማራጭ ፊልም። አዳዲስ ፊልሞቻችን እንዲደርሱ ሰብስክራይብ በማድረግ የቻናላችን ቤተሰብ ይሁኑ። ፊልሞቹን ሼር በማድረግ ለወዳጅ ዘመዶ ያጋሩ። አስኳላ አማራጭ የማስተማሪያ ዘዴ